Hi, my name is GHZUK4113, metric number 301756. Today I will talk about Itaewon Stampede, also known as the Itaewon Car Crash, occurred on 29 October 2022 in the Itaewon district of Seoul during Halloween celebration. It became one of the deadliest crowd disasters in modern South Korea history, resulting in 159 deaths and more than 190 injuries. Most victims were young adults in their 20s. So the legal station is duty of care, negligence, breach of duty, damage, and causation. So in this presentation, I will discuss the background of the incident, the legal and ethical issue involved, the impact and stakeholder, and the corrective method that can help prevent similar tragedy in the future. Hi, the background of this case is the Itaewon crowd crash occurred during Halloween celebration in the Itaewon district of Seoul, South Korea. After COVID-19 restrictions were lifted, a large number of people gathered to celebrate Halloween. It is estimated that more than 100,000 people attend the area. Unfortunately, severe overcrowding in a narrow alley caused a crowd crash that resulted in 159 deaths and more than 190 injuries. This tragedy shocked the world and raised serious concern regarding crowd management and public safety. The disaster happened because an unusual large crowd gathered in a very small area. Since it was the first major Halloween celebration after the pandemic, many people were excited to attend. However, authorities did not implement sufficient crowd control measures despite expecting a large turnout. Uh, as crowd density increased, people become trapped in a narrow sloping alley. When individuals start falling, others fell on top of them, creating a deadly crash. Emergency responders also faced difficulty reaching the victim due to overcrowded condition. The stakeholder involved in this case is visitor and victim, family of victim, Seoul Metropolitan Government, police authorities, emergency medical service, local businesses, and South Korea government. For relevant law topic, this case is closely related to the law of tort, specifically negligence. Negligence occurs when a person or organization fail to exercise reasonable care, causing harm to others. Four elements must be present. First, there must be a duty of care. Second, there must be a breach of that duty. Third, the breach must cause harm. And finally, the fourth one is the victim must suffer damage such as injuries or loss. For relevant law topic, next is evaluation of legal and ethical issue. The legal issue in this case centered on negligence. Authorities had a duty of care to protect people attending large public gathering. However, investigation found that crowd management measures were insufficient despite warning about potential overcrowding. This failure contribute directly to the crowd crash. As a result, victims suffer serious injuries, psychological trauma, and loss of life. Therefore, all elements of negligence can be identified in this case. Besides legal issue, there were also significant ethical concerns. Authorities are expected to prioritize public safety above all else. However, risk assessment were inadequate and coordination between agencies was weak. Emergency response was slower than expected because rescuers had difficulty accessing the area. Ethically, public official has a responsibility to take preventive action when there are no a large crowd is expected. So for the evaluation of the impact, the consequence of this tragedy were severe, the victim and their families suffer from greater losses through deaths, injuries, and emotional trauma. Government agencies face investigation and widespread criticism. The incident also negatively affects South Korea's international image and tourism sector. Importantly, public trust in safety management system was significantly reduced. For the evolution and justification of collection method, the first one is improve crowd management. Authorities should use real-time monitoring system and CCTV camera to track down density. Once overcrowding reach dangerous level, access to certain areas should be restricted. One-way pedestrian routes can be also help reduce congestion and improve crowd movement. The second one is stronger emergency planning. Medical teams should be positioned near high-risk area and evacuation routes should be clearly identified. Communication system between police, medical personnel, and local authorities must be improved. Regular emergency drill can also help personnel respond more effectively during crisis. And the last method is the implementation of stronger government policies. Authorities should conduct risk assessment whenever large crowds are expected, even if there are no official event organism. Crowd control plan should be mandatory. Additional security personnel should be deployed, and responsibility should be clearly defined to ensure accountability. For the conclusion, the Itaewon crowd crash was a preventable tragedy caused by overcrowding, inadequate planning, and failure in crowd management. The incident demonstrated the importance of the law of thought, particularly negligence and duty of care. Event managers and authorities must prioritize public safety through proper planning, risk assessment, and emergency preparedness. By implementing effective corrective measures, similar tragedy can be prevented in the future. For the reflection, this assignment has significantly enhanced my digital skill in searching, evaluation, organizing, and presenting legal information related to event management. During the research process, I used various digital resources, including academic journal, online news article, government report, and credible website to gather information about the Itaewon Club crash tragedy. This helped me improve my ability to identify reliable sources and distinguish trustworthy information from inaccurate or biased content. In addition, I developed stronger critical thinking and evaluation skill. By comparing information from different sources, I was able to analyze the legal and ethical issue involved in the case, particularly those related to negligence and public safety. This process taught me how to access evidence objectively and apply legal concepts to a real-world event management situation. The assignment also improved my organizational skill. I learned how to collect information from multiple digital platforms and organize it into a logical structure that clearly explains in the background of the case, stakeholder involved, the legal issue, the consequence, and the corrective method. This helped me present complex information in a simple and understand manner. Furthermore, I enhance my digital presentation skill by using tools such as Canva to create visually appealing slides. Incorporating image, timeline, and supporting evidence make the presentation more engaging and effective. Overall, this assignment strengthened my digital literacy, research ability, analytical thinking, and communication skill. This skill will be highly valuable for my future academic work and professional career in event management, where the ability to assess, evaluate, and present information accurately is essential.